How do you make a woman happy? I need to know. I want to know. I want to learn from my friends. How do you make a woman happy?
American girls want it all.
They do, don't they?
They want it all.
Yeah.
They want the freedom. They want the security. They want to be taken care of. They want it all. So it's hard when you step up and you can't have that. Because some of them pout and whine until you fucking give in.
That's fucking bleak.
Yeah. I've been talking to X this morning. It's pretty bleak at times.
Yeah, we have our morning phone calls. Pep talks.
Y'all ought to try going to a meeting in the morning.
Do you want to hear how he answers the phone every morning?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Or like, what?
Yeah. Fully.
What do you want?
Fully.
Do you know what they want?
I think that it sounds like the trick to keeping a woman happy is not pretending you know what they want. You know, I'm in a relationship with a girl that wouldn't have been possible if it weren't for the chain of events that led up to me letting her be whoever she wanted to be. You know, and it's seemingly pretty natural. I had to go through a lot of really, really, really awful shit and a lot of really, like, epically debilitating power struggles and control problems, and to the point where I just completely gave up, and then kind of found out that I'd found a girl that was smarter than me, and she had a more realistic sense of happiness and a more realistic gauge of reality and what truly, I don't want to say truly mattered, because what matters to, you know, what you know, the concept of what matters is individual, but what matters to her seems to be pretty big stuff. And she lets the small things slide a lot, and she you know,
we're not too good at that.
No. But then, in the same respect, though, if you're backed up against the wall, the small things become irrelevant, because it's only the big things that are holding you up against the wall. So, you know, what makes my girl happy? What I can do to help make my girl happy is being there for her, to support her in making her own decisions, and not forcing my will or my advice upon her, and also being very clear about what I want and what I need, and trying to practice more appropriate ways of explaining my needs, so that they don't come across as passive-aggressive or short-sighted or angry, or, you know, I try to not let me discussing my needs happen after they've not been met. I try to, you know what I mean?
No, I do know. That's what we were talking about this morning.
It's all about the way that you present it, you know, and I was advised that you have to be careful that any kind of disagreement doesn't turn into a disagreement about your reaction, instead of actually missing the point. Like, if you have a disagreement with a girl, then all of a sudden you bottle it up, and then it just fucking comes flying out.
Mm-hmm.
And then the disagreement becomes about you overreacting rather than actually what the problem is in an adult way.
Yeah, that defines my every relationship up until this one. That absolutely defines it.
Do you feel like you're rewarded for being honest and open and upfront?
No, I don't.
No.
I don't. I feel like no. But then I'll up that ante even further. I feel like I am very rewarded in my relationship, and it is 100% due to our efforts to try to be authentic with each other.
What does that mean? One as opposed to the other. If you're not rewarded for being open and honest.
It's not just open and honest, it's authentic. It's like less about the reactions and more about the core issue. there's a lot of pause. Like my relationship right now, strangely, has a lot of pausing, and a lot of, the phrase "what's really going on right now" is used often when we end up in dispute or struggle. I mean, for fuck's sake, we're planning a wedding.
God help you, man.
I fucking hate weddings. I hate them.
Not on the wedding, on the planning.
I hate weddings. I don't like them. Therefore, if I don't like weddings, how am I going to like planning them? I have really key ingredients to what makes me happy about it. What would be a perfect wedding for me?
Yeah, justice of the peace, man.
Justice of the peace and like a fucking 6-month trip around the world.
But a wedding's not about a man, a wedding's about a woman.
What's that?
But a wedding is not about a man, a wedding is about a woman.
Depends on who you ask.
Yeah, well,
Because
if you're gay, then...
Well, no. My girl, though, is very, very interested right now in trying to ensure that I'm going to have an experience that I'm fond of, because she wants this to be about us.
So you're going to be both on motorcycles riding through the canyon behind the Justice of the Peace in the back of a pickup truck, sitting on a bale of hay.
Sure.
Screaming the vows on a megaphone.
Yeah, sure.
With Hell Canyon Riding Club.
Yeah, that would be funny.
Yeah.
That would be good. It's unrealistic, though. And there's also, there's the part where the weddings are about other people. They're not really about us. I mean, I keep trying to drive home to myself, I've constantly always said, the wedding is for the parents, the wedding is for the friends, the weddings aren't for us. And she's coming from a place that's a little bit more like, fuck all that. This is our experience, so we'll do our best to make them happy, but I want to have a good time because I only want to have to do this once, and I'd like to look back upon it with fond memories as opposed to something we had to do.
Right.
So, like I said, it's authentic. She has conversations with me about the struggle of this back and forth that are authentic. This is the first relationship I've ever been in where we actually not just talk about writing things down together, but actually do them. Like right now we have a book, we have a notebook. We opened it up. On the left side are my needs and on the right side are her needs. And we've actually both filled them out. Like, cool, I don't want a lot of people. I don't want to be surrounded by a lot of light.
Do you think that will always be that pragmatic? I mean, do you think that, is that something that you're working on and then will work past in your relationship? That you'll grow into anticipating those needs, or do you think that is something that...
For sure. She knows me much better than she did when we first started hanging out. And I've also over time become more open with her, and I've also over time become more willing to let somebody know me better than in the beginning. But you can, there's a lot of principles that are very, very hard to follow, which is the staying in the now thing. And quite frankly, it's very difficult for me to be concerned with what it's going to look like 10 years from now. It's very difficult for me.
Yeah, I'm not trying. Yeah,
what I can get to is there hasn't been I've been with this girl 3 years. There's been absolutely how to explain? There's been very... It's fucking wrong phrasing. The things that we've been up against in this relationship have been bigger problems than other relationships, yet they've been handled with infinitely more grace and dignity, with actual resolution.
That's real.
So if I'm looking back upon the last 3 years going, okay, cool, insurmountable pile of shit right now, and we've both walked out of it with solutions and with respect and understanding, and I never once felt slighted, and I never once felt the need to slight her, chances are that's the girl you're supposed to marry. You know what I mean? It's a team. So it's like, the question was, what does it take to make a girl happy? I come from a place where working on myself to get to the part where I can allow her to be happy without having to actually fucking have a hand in every inch of it is a huge piece. But also, the more that I'm able to take care of myself, the more I'm able to be there for her so that she can use me to be happy, as opposed to making her happy. What does it take to make a girl happy?
God, you sound really healthy, man.
Well, just think about the concept, man. When you're trying to make a girl happy, you shouldn't be making a girl anything. When was the last time anybody tried to make you anything?
Are you buying any of this?
I'm buying it artistically.